Okay, so let's look at dealing with more than one word, two words, three words, whatever it is. So let's take a look at dealing with at least one small paragraph. And the next function we'll look at is the Paragraph Palette. So here's my text here. Now the difference between, if I'm dealing with a paragraph, more than a handful of words, I'm going to want to make sure I draw a text box and place that in. Now remember, in the first video I showed you the reason is because now as I scale this, my text will flow with that box, which is really useful. If I just clicked and put it in, you can see I get this really long line, and then I'd have to return places where I want. It's a real pain in the butt, though. So if you want to make sure your paragraphs return, right, so do it inside of a text box. Now let's look at this paragraph a little bit here. So inside here are all your alignments, right? So we have left align, center align, right align, and all your different justifications. And we're going to look at a really good way to justify. Over here are some of your indents. So this will indent from the left, as you can see. Set that back to 0. And this will just indent the first line. As you can see, the first line just going in. This will indent from the right. You can see now the right side moving. Okay. Hyphenation on and off will change if there is a hyphen or not. Now we'll go into some deeper things with that. So that's the real basic using of the paragraph function. So let's look down here and let's try to mimic this paragraph that's here. So first let's look. Okay, so the character is din. It's 20 over 24, but really importantly, it's indented 25 points. So there's another thing where these functions are here, right, which I'm going to talk about. These are called space befores and afters. Now these are really important. So I'm going to select this first paragraph here, and I'm going to say, how big was that? 20. Right, so now I'm going to change this to 20 points, which is right. It's also indented 25 points, right, which is there. And so here's where this is. So normally you would put just a, let's put a return there, but there's a better way to do that. So you can do the space after, and you can see it puts in the space for you. Now why is that good? Because I can specify how I want that space to be. And I just have definitely more control over what's happening. So here's another thing with kerning, right? I'm going to select both of these. Here's the trick to get the ERS in mothers up to the next line. So I'm going to hold Option and left arrow, and we're just going to bring that in slowly. Yep. Very good. So that's a better formed paragraph than what we had before. Now I could set this whole entire thing now to using these space afters. And you can see I have a lot more control over that than if I just hit return a couple times. Right? So that is the real basics of using the paragraph tool, along with a little couple extra things thrown in there as far as things you can use.